Hello there, fellow NPCs. I'm Scythe, and today we're getting back into the house in Fata Morgana, Requiem for Innocence. And we have just met Jerem, which is the new entertainer. Let's put it like that. Well, we've been using the word quite a lot here already. I'm just trying to avoid it to saying it too early, because YouTube stuff. But yeah, the latest whore here at the brothel that is owned by no one, but run by all the girls working here. And yeah, I guess we're going to see more of her right now. Lead the way, she says. So yeah, Morgana is going to show her the ropes around here. Well, not show the ropes, just gonna show her around. So yeah, let's see how that works. Let's go. Alright, Morgana, lead the way. Sure. Before we go, though, I have a question. Are you incapable of speaking like a human being? What do you mean? Does it really require explanation? I get it. We're friends now, so I don't have to talk so stiff-like. You call that stiff? Yeah? Why? Yeah, and let me just... Now, I'll close the window, so hopefully we don't hear the draft as much here right now. So yeah, yeah, she's talking stiffly right now. This is gonna be very difficult to read. We have a word for it in Swedish, grötigt, which means oatmeal. Oatmeal is gröt, and yeah, grötigt is gonna be very oatmeal-y. If she's gonna talk her normal way. Though, to tell you the truth, I've kind of forgotten how to talk casual. I guess that's what happens when everyone around you is a big cheese. I'm very respectful of my seniors, I'll have you know. This conversation is going nowhere, so let's go. Aye! Sluggish. No, that's not the right word. So you got here a couple of years back. Neat. You're gonna start working here once your face all clears up? I have no intention of becoming a prostitute, no. And Maria's already said she would respect that. Instead, I am tasked with other chores, such as cooking and cleaning, in order to earn my keep. Oh, huh. Maria's even more generous than I thought. Generous. Most places wouldn't look after a sick girl for that long. Let alone give her a room of her own and buy her ointment. The ointment is his doing, technically speaking, but I suppose she's right. You're right. I have begun to feel the same way recently. Taking care of a few chores cannot possibly counterbalance the burden my being here places on everyone else. They would surely all be better off without me. Well, that's not what I meant to at all. Sure, maybe it doesn't balance out. They're letting you stay here out of the kindness of their hearts. But that doesn't mean you'd be better off elsewhere. That you're not pulling your weight. You've been here for all of what? An hour? How can you possibly know that? Just look at this place. It's better looking than a lot of other places outside the slums. It is you who's been keeping it so clean, Morgana. The last place I was at, it was dirtier than a bear's bunghole. Ani, tipu. Cornholio needs tipu for his bunghole. But this is like heaven compared to that. Without you around, Morgana, the girls wouldn't be able to sleep so comfortably. Perhaps. Aw, are you blushing? Well, I can't really see that under all those scars now, can you? You're blushing, aren't you? It's nothing to be ashamed of. You can even jump into my arms if you want. You know... You're incredibly obnoxious. My heart. For a second there, she almost had me feeling a little better about myself, but that went right out the window. So you come here a couple of years back. That would have been right around when the Lord Slaves revolted, yeah? Yes, right about them. I wish I could have been there for it. But it was all sorts of crazy. You meant you weren't around when it happened. I got idea that she was a traveling entertainer, essentially. Well, not entertainer necessarily, but traveling. Nope. I wasn't in these parts till about a year or so ago. So I've only heard the stories. Back when the uprising happened, I wasn't even in this country. I was way, way far away. I see. So you only moved here recently, then? Nah, I didn't move. I was kidnapped. Well, I'm a bit of an airhead, if you haven't noticed. One day I was just taken captive, and then I got sold off. Yeah. What? Really? Yep. She was taken captive and sold off. I didn't mishear her, did I? You talk about it like it's just part of your daily routine. Well, it is the second time it's happened. It is. Okay, back to the tour then, shall we? Why is my throat all gravelly? Yeah. What, that raises even more questions. Oh, nice place. Haven't seen that before. Not that either. Oh yeah, I've been thinking about what I want to call you, Morgana. What you want to call me? Is that not what my name is for? Nicknames! Step one in making friends, duh! So, from now on, I'm gonna call you Morgs. That is an awful nickname. M-O, Morgs, and with a hard G. Not a soft one, just so there's no confusion. Yeah, for the readers here at home. But why would you read that with a soft G? Morgs. I really like this music. I've always enjoyed this upbeat. Is it Balkan? I don't know. Thank you. I would have never figured it out without your help. Morgs! Can you not call me that? It rather gets on my nerves. You can call me Jerry. You can't be serious. Good heavens, I cannot keep up with this girl. I don't know how old she is supposed to be, though. When I saw her in pictures, I thought, before I fully understood what was going on in the original game, that she was a different version of Nelly. But no, so I was thinking around her age, but now we know more. But I still don't think she's the same age as Maria. So somewhere in her teens. Anyway, that about covers it. All that's left to show is the storeroom. Weren't we just there? Yes, but there's a second one. Below us. Below the floor? I made my way to the corner of the room, crouching down and pulling up one of the floorboards. From beneath it appeared a staircase leading downward. Oh, ooh, underground storage. Nice and cool to keep things fresh too. His room serves a second purpose, though. Oh? It is also a shelter for us to hide in should any sort of trouble arise. Oh. Huh. Fortunately, it has not yet been used for that purpose. But we're not in the safest area, so we must be prepared for anything. Ah, yeah, that makes sense. Nice a place as it is, I guess it is still in the slums. Indeed. Here's so we don't ever have to use it. Indeed. So that's everything then. I've seen the whole place. Yes, that's everything. Or I suppose I should show you the kitchen as... What? What's up? I completely forgot I was trying to start a fire. Oh. I scrambled back to the kitchen, but as I had feared, it was far too late. The coals were long since dead. All that work for nothing. Looks like you got a bit of an airheaded side too, Morgs. And who do you think is to blame for that? It's alright, we can get it lit together. Together. This is all your responsibility. Yeah. Fun girl, fun girl. As the sun began to set and meal preparation were complete, the girls started to emerge from their rooms, a bustle forming in and around the kitchen. Some sluggishly rubbed the sleep from their eyes, while others complained about clients. Some took a moment for me to recognize in their casual clothes sans makeup. Sans makeup. Assume that means without? Off the job and being themselves. They looked less like prostitutes and more like just ordinary girls. There were around 10 girls who actually stayed at the brothel, and another 10 or so who came in to work from outside. It was a fairly large-scale operation, at least to my eyes. Though there were a couple other smaller brothels in the slums, this was the one everyone directed anyone interested to first. Girls with nowhere else to go stayed here, and girls who they did not have place to go back to stayed here. No one actually owned their own homes, though. They either lived there with a man or shared a place with a few other girls. None of them had husbands or children. Supposedly there were those who did in this line of work, but it was rather uncommon. I scooped out servings of soup from that cauldron sitting over the fire, dishing it out to the girls as they came by. No one gave me any unpleasant looks at the sight of my face. They said good morning and smiled. Just like any other day. I whispered a greeting to each of them in turn. But given how noisy the kitchen was, it was unlikely any of them heard it. Oh boy! It sure is bouncing in here! I like me a place with some energy. I'm glad to hear that. It didn't take long for Yeren to start hitting it off with the other prostitutes. Her perky disposition was undeniably overdone, but everyone seemed to enjoy the positive attention she was giving them as well enough. In almost no time at all the girls were fawning over her. She's like a puppy. Once everyone had their food, they settled in their individual mealtime activities. The bland watery soup was expectedly unpopular, even though everyone knew there was nothing that could be done about it. This again, several of them murmured, to which Maria stood up and chastised them, saying, "You should be grateful you got anything to eat at all." I know. And Morgana worked her butt off to make it for you. It's rude to complain. I'm sorry, really I am. It ain't her cooking I'm complaining about. You know that, right? Don't you, Morgana? It doesn't bother me. And you're perfectly justified in being displeased. It's hardly nutritious enough to get you through the day. True enough, I guess. Would be great if we could get something with a little more oomph. Like a big old slab of meat. Whee! I love meat! Just think about it, has me drooling. Meat, bring on the meat. Meat, bring on the meat. Meat, bring on the meat. Save the drool for work, cause that's the only meat you'll get to hear. I wonder, maybe I can pretend this rootling thing is a meat and it actually tastes like it. Meat, from the depths, I summon thee! Meat! Nope, still not meat. No shit, genius. Meat. You don't like meat, Morgs? No. You won't grow up to be big and strong if you're such a picky eater. I'm not picky about what I eat, no. All sustenance is a gift from God to man. I would never refuse his. Yeah. It's okay to refuse the Lord's meat, however. Well. Is the meat you're lacking then, Saint? Hear that, slave? The Saint says your brother tastes so bad it makes her rich. You alright, Morgs? You're super pale. I'm just fine. It's been more than 2 years and I still can't get the taste out of my mouth. No matter how hard I try to forget it. Sometimes when I'm awake, like just now. And sometimes that's an awful nightmare. If you're not feeling good, maybe you should lay down. I'm fine. Really. You sure? Maybe meat's out of the question, but some bread would be sure be nice, at least. God, yes, bread! Too bad supplies have been so scarce lately. It's all the damn Lord's fault. Not that a bunch of whores can do fuck all about it. Is the Lord really that bad of a guy? Oh, right. You haven't been here very long. You don't know what he's like. Yes, he's a terrible man. He oppresses his people and rejects the word of God. Also, he did this to me and fed me human flesh. He is cruel, heartless, barbaric madman. He deserves the strictest of judgments. So does everyone in the city hate him then? I doubt you will find a single person who thinks otherwise. Huh. Well, I hope he stops being the Lord soon then. What do you mean? Yeah, I just means it'd be nice if someone else could take over for him. Then it could just be a regular old guy. He wouldn't have to worry about running a city stuff. Everyone wins! It would be nice, yes, but... Wouldn't it pretty dang brilliant, aren't I? Even I know it's not that simple, and I'm only 11. How would a bunch of slum dwellers even begin to instate a new lord? Does she even think before speaking? Yeah, there was some glitch there. Well, damn, I was hoping to make it before breakfast time. Sorry about that, but I brought bread. Bread! Speak of the bloody devil! Here, toss it here! Now, me first! Patience, please! You're acting like wild animals that haven't eaten in days. Look at you, Jacopo. You got girls fighting all over you. Don't just watch, help. And it's not me they're after, it's the bread. Touche. That said, pretty sorry badge you got for us here today. You could probably crack someone's head open with this. There's no hope for the world if we've fallen so far that the girls are tripping over each other to get their hands on this. You want fresh soft bread? Well, start saving your coins. And until then, this is the best we can get. Let it soak in your soup for a bit. That should soften it up some. I should make soup. Soup is good. Though you should be grateful to have it at all. How much longer till I fall into a pile of money? Morgs, there's a man here. I have eyes, thank you very much. Who is it, you know? Oh, is he a client? No, he's not. He's more, how should I put it? Someone who doesn't know how to keep his nose out of other people's business. Did your eyes fail to detect that I have ears? Here he comes! Haven't seen you around here before. New girl? You first, mister. Who are you? Since you came in through the back door, I'm guessing you work here. Something like that. Holy moly, I've never seen a male prostitute before. Yeah. You, me, outside, now. Whoa. Talk about aggressive. Inter-office romance never ends well, you know. Maria'll get really mad if she finds out. The ship's sinking before it even leaves the port. Two prostitutes in the throes of forbidden love until one day an older client finds out and goes mad with rage. All of a sudden, there's a knife in his hand. He swings and... Maria, what the hell is wrong with this new girl? I've never seen anyone with this much air inside their head. Ah, that's Yaren. She joined today. She's a bit off in the head, but she's a nice girl. I'm sure you'll get on just fine. Nice to meet you. Wait, does that mean we have the boss's approval? It's crazy enough that they're running in this place themselves, but to allow no share on a sinking ship. This place is out of this world. We just met 5 minutes ago, though. So how about we start as friends? Shut up and listen to me for a second, Chatterbox. Until I say otherwise, you are not to speak another word. You will listen to every last word I say and carve it into that empty skull of yours. Understood? Yeah. Fun girl. Fucking impossible to deal with, though. And there you have it. I assist with this brothel's operations, nothing more. I presume you've been told about how this place doesn't have a formal manager, so sometimes situations arise for which a man's presence is necessary. Yup. It may look like a scrawny dork, but it's actually surprisingly useful. Was that really necessary? Sorry, my bad. Slip of the tongue. Ah, neato. So, have you two known each other for a long time? You seem like you're pretty close. It was pretty much just the two of us fighting to survive for years. That's awesome! I love that kind of thing! Together through thick and thin. Not too long ago, he and some other guys started up a band of peacekeepers, so he's been spending more of his time training up with them these days. That said, I guess it's not too bad knowing we got someone we can throw at troublemakers if need be. Ooh, peacekeepers! Sweet! You don't look like you put up much of a fight though, mister. You wanna test that theory? Maria, you need to teach this girl some damn manners. We'll be drowning in complaints if she treats patrons like this. I'll have you know, I butter my clients up so much they're a big slippery mess when I'm done with them. I'll be just fine, I promise. Oh, I bet they get slippery, but not from butter. What? That's not what I meant, I swear it. What are you getting all flustered for? You're a whore just like the rest of us. On a somewhat related subject, where exactly did you pick up some of those mannerisms? Oh, why do you ask? I seem pretty normal to me. It would be quicker to list the things about you that are normal than aren't. There's actually a majorly huge story behind that. Oh? Is that so? And what would that be? You weren't raised by wolves in the wilderness and never learned how to behave like a normal person, were you? You're not too far off, actually. When I was younger... Wait, you don't have to. No one's forcing you to say anything if you don't want to. I didn't grow up with my parents. I lived with a bunch of really nice men and I learned a lot from them. I didn't even know my name until they told me. Pardon? I thought my name was Me till I was around 5, but then one of the nice men told me it was actually Jaren. Me? In what situation would you say me to another person to make them think that that is addressing them? You're super duper disappointed in me. Called me the dumbest broad I've ever known. Talk about rude. But they kind of rubbed off on me, so that's probably what you're seeing. Well, that certainly is a story. Is that not good enough for you? I'll just say the nice man was absolutely right. How rude! It's genuinely concerning how stupid this girl is. Anyway, food time. Nice, sweet moment. Silly and stupid, and that is honestly something I've been... this game is more comedic and slice of life than the original game. And I get it, the first one was gothic horror. This one is everything that happened before the tragedy. So it's gonna be more balanced. But I'm not sure I like how they have flipped the genres completely. I am stuffed. It's amazing how much of a difference a little bread makes. Glad you enjoyed it. Because starting tomorrow, you gotta work if you want to eat. Aye aye, boss! Alright, she'll be working here too. It almost slipped my mind. She seems like such an innocent girl. So far removed from carnal desire. Yet she'll be out there selling her body. Letting them put their filthy hands all over it. What's up, Morgs? You been staring at my face something fierce? Well, I was just admiring the unusual color of your skin. So that actually reminds me of a adult comic artist. I don't actually know what their name is, but I will show something that is safe for work. Hopefully, there's actually very little safe for work that that person has around. We'll see if I can show anything. But yeah, they are very upbeat and happy in that story, but it's also very not safe for work. Very yellow. That guy even made their own TTRPG for sexual D&D. I haven't played it. I've only seen that it exists, essentially. Oh yeah, I'm not around from these parts. I'd like to go back home someday, but who knows if that'll ever happen. Home. She did say she was taken from her home and sold off. I imagine that would make it difficult to go back. Speaking of, you and Jacob looks kind of similar skin color-wise. Do we? We're both different on the dark side. I wish I had super pretty white skin like yours, boss. I appreciate the compliment, but most everyone around here is really fair. My skin's nothing special. And that's, I mean, any one person, you can think that having another skin color might be prettier, of course, but that usually is a bit of a tendency to internalize racism. That white is better. There's been a lot of studies about it. Very interesting. And just because we both have tan skin doesn't necessarily mean we're from the same region. Where are you from, Jackie? Jackie? Pretty dang adorable nickname, ain't it? I would very much appreciate it if you never called me that again. Ah, but it's so cute! Back to the question of where I'm from. I don't remember. In my earliest memories, I was already living here. The chances are things weren't great wherever I was, otherwise I would probably remember something. Oh no, not too bad. Maybe where you came from is close to where I came from. Go back a few generations, maybe we even share some family. That is exactly what Jacob has said to Morgana. So is it a flirting thing or is it a culture thing? I'd wager I guess you probably come from the same part of the world as me. If you go back far enough, you might even find we share ancestors. But who knows? I told you to stop calling me that! I suppose there's a chance you're right about that. Wee! That makes us family then, Jackie. Get off me, let go, damn it! Well, she seems to have taken quite a liking to you. Why did I just think that I wish he had said that no, they weren't? I think it's a pretty good storytelling device that Jacopo had a thing for Morgana. That does add a lot of depth to it. I'm wondering, however, is it a good thing that Morgana is reciprocating those feelings, even if neither of them fully realizes it yet? I wonder. It's one thing that she's friendly and actually feels a connection with him, but should she be jealous? Once it started getting dark out, the kitchen became a deserted wasteland. The girls went off to work, and he went home. The brothel was divided into two distinct work and living areas. If it weren't, and they used the whole building for business, I probably would have run off long ago. I had only ever been in the work area during the day. And though I was largely masked by the scent of various incenses burned through the night, it was filled with the unmistakable raw stench of man. Cleaning it always put me in a dour mood. The corpses I gathered and buried were far less repulsive. In the living area, there was a kitchen, storage areas, and a large hall of sorts, which the girls used as communal bedroom. They would stumble in after a long night of work and all sleep together like a big family. End of sentence. I made a point of sleeping off in the corner, which wasn't strictly necessary since I slept while they worked and vice versa. I could just never seem to make myself comfortable sleeping in the middle of such big empty space. Today was slightly different though. I wasn't sleeping alone. Sharon was there, which I suppose shouldn't have surprised me. Let's sleep together, Morgs! Absolutely not. Why not? I dislike people putting their hands all over me. It makes me uncomfortable. I see. So what you're opposed to is snuggling, not sleeping together. And here I thought you didn't like me. I was about to cry. It's still too early to decide how I feel about you. We only met today. All the more reason we should sleep together. In what way does that make any sense? Simple, the best way to get to know me better is through some good old-fashioned spooning. Fun girl! Where's got nothing on plain physical contact. That's how you get to know what someone's really like on the inside. Your choice of words makes that sound incredibly improper. Besides, I start work tomorrow, which means I probably won't get another chance to sleep with you for a while. Just gotta be tonight. Please? Please? Fine. But only if you agree to give me enough space. At least let me finish my sentence. Gotta get in there before you have a chance to change your mind. It feels like we've adopted a dog. I promise, I'm 101% human. I never said you weren't, just that... Never mind. I'll take it back. It's not like we got a dog. It's like a tornado dropped in and made a horrible mess of my day. That's Yeren for you. You just wait. I'll crack that big old icy shell of yours soon, Morgs. Is that really how I come off? Out of curiosity, are you not afraid of being so close to me? Huh? Why would I be? When you first saw my face, you thought I was caused by some kind of disease. Are you not concerned that still might be the case? And that, you might catch whatever it is. Well, you probably wouldn't be here if it was something contagious. Sweet as Maria is, she wouldn't keep you around if she thought you might get the other girl sick. And nobody else seemed to have all that concerned at breakfast. Which means whatever those marks on your face are, Morgs, they're probably not a danger to anybody else. I'm surprised. You actually have something resembling a functioning brain. Believe it or not, I'm super duper smart. Now, that I know isn't true. But anyway, I'm talking more emotionally. You can logically understand that I probably don't pose any danger and still be uncomfortable. Still want to keep your distance. I know several of the girls do. And I can't blame them either. They need to be healthy to work, to make their living. There's nothing wrong with wanting to avoid any potential risk, no matter how small. Or perhaps they don't even realize they're doing it themselves, in which case there's nothing anyone can do. Yes, you can point it out to them. I'm not sure how much help I can be, since I don't really get why anyone would want to keep the distance from you. But I don't think that it's that hopeless. If they don't realize they're doing it, then you just have to open their eyes. Easy peasy. Make them realize. And then tell them, stop trying to avoid me. Yeah, they're right, at least that much. I really think you need to be a little more assertive, Morgs. No one's gonna be mad if you stick up for yourself every once in a while. They will, though. What? Who will? All man's suffering is purposeful. It is all part of God's plan, his trials for us on this earth. He would be very displeased if I were to turn my back on his plan for me. I really think you're overthinking it, Morgs. Less unfun things means more room for fun things, and more fun things is always better. Would you call your life fun? Huh? You were taken from your home, and now you work as a prostitute in the slums of a strange country. Do you call that fun? It just seems depressing to me. Nope, I'm perfectly happy. Not a sorrow in the world. Hasn't been a single day in my life I've felt sad or depressed or like life sucks. I mean, sure, there are days when I think it'd be nice to see my mom again. But I don't really have the time to worry about anything other than the here and now. And as far as I'm concerned, now is always the best time of my life. Don't got any room to feel bad about anything. I see. So that is her purpose. Overly positive. To rattle the cages. That is Morgana's life. You're quite the optimist. So much it almost burns. I consider myself lucky to have ended up at this brothel. Everyone's amazing. Then I pray you'll find yourself at home here. You're kind of sweet, Morgs. Kind of. Slip of the tongue. You're always sweet. So, hey, Morgs. How did you end up here a couple of years back? I was thrown into a carriage by a strange man and brought here. with no chance of ever returning. Not taken, but sold. Though ultimately the difference is insignificant. What? That was her inner monologue, wasn't it? Wrong button. It was in parentheses. So that was her inner monologue. I thought she was thinking up a lie. I was. You were. Oh, okay, now I see. You were. I come through a similar route as you. Oh, huh. Guess that makes us peace in a pod. Not at all. We're anything but. I'm nowhere near as optimistic as her. Never mind energetic and cheerful. No, don't be foolish, Morgana. That's not why we're not alike. It's because I'm God's chosen daughter. I have absolutely no reason to even feel inferior to a mere prostitute. We're nothing alike and we must never be. You're so warm, Morgs. I'm gonna sleep great tonight. I'm such a disgrace. Yeah, that gotta suck ass, actually. That you consider yourself better, and that you are a lowly life. You are lesser than me. I am great. Even if she doesn't spout it right and left, she is still thinking it. And then that lower life is like, hey, you and I, we are all good. We are all friends. Just accepting and unconditional love. A dog. But that will also be where we cut off for today's video. Yeah, we're gonna take the dream sequence in the next one, so it starts off with a nightmare. But yeah, Jaren is a lot of fun. It's gonna be sad when she dies. As I said, I saw that. We'll see exactly why that happens. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and an extra thank you to all the members of this channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Goodbye, everyone.